Angelique, and we are here with the first year seminar, and we're working on a project, and our topic is domestic violence. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions about your opinion on domestic violence.
Okay, sure.
All right. So what would be your advice to men who are involved in domestic violence?
Okay, so first let me introduce myself. My name is Taisha Troy, and I'm the Administrative Support Specialist here at the Men's Achievement Center under the African American Male Initiative. And we work with young men in the university from freshmen all the way to seniors. And so if I knew of a young man that was involved in domestic abuse, then the first thing I would do is talk to them and advise them to get some counseling. And we have a program coordinator here that works with the young men. So he has a close relationship with them. So I'll get him to talk to them because support is needed for this, because there's a lot of triggers that can cause this. It could be environment, it could be the way they were brought up, it could be things they've seen, or it could be mental health issues. So I would definitely advise resources such as therapy, and definitely to get out of the relationship, because no one deserves to be abused.
Yes, ma'am. Next question. What are some red flags?
Some red flags, I believe, because I've known some friends that have been in domestic abuse, and so from what they've told me, it's anger and outbursts, jealousy and possessiveness, not able to handle your significant other having other friendships with the opposite sex, taking the phone, monitoring your conversations, and even being sexually aggressive if it's not mutually agreed on. I think those are some red flags.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Ariana March, and I'm in Dr. Corbett's freshman seminar class. Our group is doing a project on domestic violence on campus and around, in general. Could you guys introduce yourself, please?
Sure. I'm Mustafa James. I am the health educator here at NCCU.
And I'm Jamal Percy. I'm also the health educator here at NCCU.
What's one piece of advice you would give to people who are involved in domestic violence on campus? Domestic or sexual violence on campus?
One thing that I would say is have the courage to speak up about it, and then also have the courage to get out of the relationship or the situation that's a domestic violence situation that's going on. Again, just having courage.
Not only I would say knowledge is courage, but also be able to be willing to speak to someone, whether it's your friend or someone personal or somebody who wouldn't have a biased opinion. So just speak to someone, whether it's not speaking out about it, but just speak to someone about it.
Yeah. And then I piggyback off of what he said, so using your resources here on campus. So there's a lot of resources here that students can use. Again, to speak up about it or find someone to talk to and how to handle the situation that they're going through.
What are some red flags of sexual abuse?
I would say first, not wanting to talk to people a lot. So if you're someone that was very outgoing, boisterous, and then all of a sudden you got into a relationship, and then it'll be important that the friends kind of notice those signs as well also. You know, someone who's not hanging out with them as often that they used to, or you know, just giving quick answers, like short answers, saying no, yes, you know, just trying to be by themselves or be with the particular person that they're with all the time, you know, constantly, because you can't be in a relationship. You can't be with an individual 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because you get tired of it, and so you want to be with that person. Something is literally wrong within that relationship.
I would say, well, to piggyback what he said, a drastic change in behavior. Or you see very frail or fragile person. So, for example, I go to reach out to you, jumpy type thing. So those signs.
What are some resources here in this student health building that are available to victims of sexual or domestic violence?
So definitely Jamal and myself are one. We do have the counseling center. If you're involved in a sexual abuse, we do have our clinic downstairs. Our medical director, she's open to have conversations with individuals, both males and females, that's here within this center. But then also you do have the Women's Center, you have the MAC Center, the LGBT Center, or the Diversity and Inclusion Center, I would say as well. So.
You literally said it wrong.
Thank you.